Hi guys, welcome to today. We are at the autumn equinox, so this is when the days will start getting shorter, the nights will start getting longer. Today is actually the autumn equinox is the day where it's 50-50, half light, half dark. That's balance. We're in Libra energy, so we are currently moving into Libra season in this autumn equinox, and the moon is in Libra today, today too. This is an opportunity for you to really get clear about what things need to be brought into balance for you as you move forward into this season of harvest. And there's going to be a lot of when this full moon in Aries is on the 1st, there's a space for purging to occur so that things can come into balance. So whatever needs to be purged and released so that things can come together is sort of the theme here around how this energy can be manifested. So what do you need to let go of? What do you need to do to create harmony in your space? How do you want to go forward into this next season with clarity and easement? By allowing yourself to let go of things that are no longer serving you, or purging things, purging energies, you can then actually gather, you'll gain some insight into then how to cultivate the balance of the things that need to come in to help evolve you as we move through this energy and out of 2020, which I think a lot of people are kind of excited about. This has not been, I'll speak for myself. What I have heard from the collective is that the energy of 2020 has not been very easy for people, and that it has been very eye-opening. We're all ascending, we're all leveling up, and that experience of leveling up has got some really confronting, eye-opening realizations, and we've all sort of had to reevaluate how we do things, how we spend time with people. We're now, staying in our homes for the most part and really reevaluating what our home looks like, what our home internally looks like, so that it can be a reflection of what externally our homes are looking like. So, creating a space of harmony internally is what's going to create the space of harmony externally. So let's see where we go with this. So let's see what the autumn equinox energy has in store for us. The card's got an owl on it, the wise owl. It says, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. So this is beautiful. This is really what it's about. It's about really getting clear about what you need to do to evolve into a higher level of consciousness for yourself. What needs to be, what messages do you need to really take on, be responsible for? Is there a lot of, external pressures having an impact on your internal dialogue? And how do you create the space to do what it takes to evolve yourself when maybe what's around you is chaotic and not necessarily in alignment with where you want to go? Maybe there's something that you really want, but there's a lot of things externally that are interfering with that alchemy from coming together. And what is it that you need to do to create the limit, create the declaration to be able to move yourself into that space? What is it that you need to do? Because Spirit is saying, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done internally for you to be able to organize, manage, facilitate the internal dialogue and thoughts that are going on based on the external messages that you're receiving. So how do you then take on that information and put it in its right place in your mind? Where do you create this space for yourself to allow the messages? Allowing is that Libra Zen, that female Zen energy. Allowing the information to come and actually doing something about it. The yang energy, that masculine energy. So the balance, the alchemy of allowing and then acting. So allowing yourself to receive the information, take responsibility for what's coming in, take responsibility for what's already in, really look at it and evaluate it and see it and, embrace it. It could be messages that are really not the best messages, and they could be absolutely amazing. There could be sort of a gamut of things that are going on internally with you. How do you take on all of that with what else is coming in on the external and allow it to exist, and then really create the space to organize it so that you can take action towards your highest level of consciousness? So what exactly does that look like for you? Have you actually sat down and done the inventory? Have you actually really looked at yourself in the mirror, looked at yourself in from a higher level of consciousness? Are you able to do that? What's it going to take in order for you to move into that space? I mean, it sounds like there's some work that is necessary in order for you to evolve into that highest level of consciousness right now, with the resources that you have available to you, with the power that your brain can activate. Because you're so much more powerful than you actually think you are, or maybe give yourself credit for. I'll just speak for myself. We are very powerful beings, and oftentimes we underestimate the power of our own abilities, of our own level of consciousness, our own perseverance. All right, so I'm going to pull some tarot, see what messages that Spirit has for us related to the tarot. So all that being said, what are you doing? What are you doing to take a closer look? What is the actual work that you're doing, and what needs to continue? What actions do you need to continue to take in order for things to continue to move along on your journey? So where are you at on the journey? Where are you at on the journey? Ace of Wands. Yeah, you are manifesting something new and passionate. You are there. You are on that precipice. Spirit is saying to you, yes, justice. Ace of Wands and justice. This is beautiful. This energy is where we're at. This is the autumn equinox right here. This is it. A new season, a new reason, a new space for you to actually really create something magical. Something balanced and alchemically in alignment with your highest good, taking you closer to your consciousness, allowing you to continue to evolve and create what is necessary for you. Two of Cups, love, the energy that you should be aligning yourself in and how you should be continuing to evolve is really this energy of loving yourself, loving the people around you. Maybe you're cultivating a relationship. Maybe you're trusting that in this space of cultivation, a relationship to yourself and to Spirit is actually what is the most primary relationship you should be cultivating. That's the energy you should be really vibrating your frequency in. How do I experience myself? How do I continue to love myself? How do I do what's necessary for myself in order to continue to be in a high vibrational frequency that is going to continue to support my evolutionary process, that is going to bring me closer to my consciousness? What are the things that you need to do? What are the messages that you need to interrupt related to the disconnection or maybe some sort of breakdown in how you actually experience yourself versus messages that you receive or messages that you tell yourself, and how do those things interfere with you actually being very conscious of who you are at your highest good. Gosh, I'm like just seeing just beautiful energy here. This is just magic. Just continue to, if you aren't really, if you haven't been as conscious to this could also be about developing your consciousness to your relationship to spirit. And how do you, what energy do you call upon for guidance, for support? How do you actually hear yourself for your highest good? This is the opportunity for you to actually bring into balance the kind of relationships that you want to have by starting with the kind of relationship you have with yourself and the kind of relationship you have to spirit. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Lots of decisions here, lots of things. Two of Cups, decisions you're making around what is for your highest good and what do you need to let go of in order for you to take action for your continued growth. Is it particular habits that you have around ways of being that have satisfied your needs in some regard? Because we just, in that new moon in Virgo energy that we had, that was all about creating new healthy habits for yourself. If you haven't had a chance to check that reading out, you could check it out on my site at Evolvehumanity. But it's all about creating the healthiest habits for yourself as we go forward over the next 6 months. And so when we get to that full moon in Virgo in 6 months, you can really reevaluate how those habits that you started creating and then manifesting have evolved you into the higher consciousness. So really making some decisions about how you have relationships, how you have relationships to everything. Yourself, spirit, the people around you, your relationships, your relationship to money and materials, your relationship to your work, your relationship to the way you feed yourself and nourish yourself, your relationship to your sexuality and being very conscientious of like, how are you, who are you in your energy related to your divine feminine or your divine masculine, or if that's not what you're identifying, where are you at in understanding your relationship to yourself and your energy, your relationship to your mission. And are you living your mission? Are you really actually doing something that is helping you evolve into the greatest version of yourself? Are you conscious of that? And if you're not, now is the time to actually start doing the work to get clear about what that actually looks like for yourself. Because, I think what is happening is a lot of confusion. You have a lot of options. There's a lot of ways that this can go. And I think too many options can oftentimes be really counterintuitive and at the very least counterintuitive and at the worst destructive. Too many options can take you down a rabbit hole of nonsense. So being able to get really conscientious about what do you want to create for yourself, because there's this new opportunity here, Ace of Wands, to bring things into an alchemic balance, justice, around the relationships that you have. Two of Cups, the relationship that you have to yourself, the relationship that you have to spirit, the relationship that you have to everything in your energetic experience. And then deciding what is helping you